those connections as well. That filly, she's gone forward, she's got a bit to prove, but the favourite, as they probably jump away, is going to be the last to load in Titanium, who will be coming out of stall number 6.
So 7 runners, mile and a quarter, they're off. Here we go, all 7 runners well into their stride in this Quinbet second to the favourite SP favourite handicap. Mile and a quarter down the far side they go, and Yippee in the red with the purple sleeves, one of the first to go on the outside, the beige with the blue cap, perfectly timed, and then on the white outside, the grey, that's Titanium. On the inside in the yellow colour, Soda Bentley runs 4th. In the blue and yellow, Caress is running 5th. In the black and white, Parish Record is running 6th. And the back marker early on in the blue and white is Sarmiento Power. So down the far side they go with 7 furlongs left to run. And Yippee, Joe Fanning take them along at a respectable clip, the leader by a length. Perfectly timed, Hollie Doyle is second. Third on the inside, Solar Bentley. That's the Mount of Sylvester de Souza. On the outside, in the light blue, the grey Titanium, Oliver Stammers. 5th in the black and white is Parish Record, Jason Hart. Then on the outside of that, in the blue and yellow, Caress, ridden by Harry Russell, and still the back marker, Jack Mitchell on Sarmiento Power. That's the order as they begin the sweep back towards us in the home straight in this Quinbet, second to the SP favourite handicap. And up front, the Charlie Johnson runner, Yippee, leads from perfectly timed from the Archie Watson stable. Third on the inside, the Brian Allison trained Solar Bentley. 4th on the outside, Titanium from the informed Grant Chur stable. Then behind this on the inside, the Donald Willens trained Parish Record in the blue and yellow, Caress from the Ollie Page yard, and the back marker is still Sarmiento Power from the Roger Varian stable. Into the home straight, half a mile left to run. And still up front, it's Yippee who has the lead, but only just. Perfectly timed, now comes to join this one. Then staying on this side is Titanium, that's the grey. On the right, coming under a little bit of pressure, the other grey, Solar Bentley. Then being asked to improve from the rear in the blue and yellow is Caress. 2 furlongs left to run. And it's Hollie Doyle who has the lead on perfectly timed. Yippee, Joe Fanning on the far side. Here comes Titanium, Oliver Stammers with a good-looking run stand side. From a long way back, Sarmiento Power in the blue and white is beginning to stay on, but still has a couple of lengths to make up. The leader is perfectly timed inside the final furlong. Perfectly timed, has a 2.5 length advantage. Staying on all the time is Sarmiento Power. On the far side, it's Solar Bentley, but perfectly timed is going to win for Hollie Doyle. Perfectly timed is the winner. Sarmiento Power is second. In third, that's Solar Bentley.
Yeah, what an apt winner with that ride. Perfectly timed. The time test gelding gets the head in front and given a really positive forward ride by Hollie. Happy to just take a lead from Joe Fanning, who was on Yippee. Turned into the straight. Hollie starts turning on the tap. Stole a couple of lengths from the horses in behind. And Sarmiento Powers beat everything but that. He's come right from the back, and a good stage to see this because you can see Sarmiento Power at the back there. He's just got his head slightly to the side, hasn't he? Still looks a little green. You can see Jack, he's still on the bridle, but I think Jack's having to work to keep it that way. He's giving him a slap down the shoulder. He's reminding him to keep up to his work, and he does still look quite green, doesn't he? He's a work in progress. You can see his head carriage as well. He's got quite a high backward head carriage. He's not really putting his head right down and getting on with the job yet, but he only has had the 3 starts. I have to say, I really did think at this point there was a small chance he might come and wear them down, but Hollie's horse in front in the first time headgear has been super game, and we know they rarely get it wrong, really. There wasn't a massive amount of money behind the eventual winner, but those first time blinkers have worked the oracle, and I'm sure Hollie's helped as well.
It's one of those situations, isn't it, where when Hollie poaches a lead, I think if you're on something else, you are beginning to get a little bit worried in this situation. Sarmiento Power's had a lot of ground to make up, and as Leona described, I mean, the head is a little high. He's almost like fighting it a little bit, isn't he? And you kind of just want him to totally focus, totally keen to do absolutely everything he can, but you just want to see him put his head down a little bit, and whether he would have caught perfectly timed regardless is very debatable, but perfectly timed, yeah, aptly named in this situation, and a good tune Hollie Doyle has got out of Archie Watson's gelding in the Hambleton Racing colours, and wins at a price 9-1 for Hollie Doyle supporters. Sarmiento Power just too much on, really, regardless, I think, wasn't it? Second there at 2-1, but perfectly timed. From the top of the handicap, marker 77. The blinkers on for the first time. It's obviously had a bearing on this victory here. A winner at Kempton on the all-weather back in the spring. Hasn't had an awful lot of racing really since then. 9s and 2s were the starting prices. Here's the winner coming back in, a smiling Hollie Doyle, who of course hit the 1,000 just the other day and immediately said off and running for the next 1,000.